New DCTF, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider, Matt Stepp,
Yes.
has an article.
The
Woj of Texas High School Football has an article up on TexasFootball.com about scrimmages.
Yeah.
The headline: "Don't panic just yet."
Yeah. It's a good sanity check.
It is, because I think that there is, there's going to be a tendency, I think, because we've gone so long without football.
Yes.
That there is going to be a tendency to freak out about whatever actually happens on the field.
No question.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think it's like, to use a baseball analogy, it's like losing the first game or taking the first game of the season and extrapolating it over to mean anything,
Yes.
honestly. It's a 162-game season.
Yeah.
It means almost nothing.
Right.
It means as much as game 14,
Right.
But it really is not indicative of what's to come.
Right.
To me, and Matt gets into it a bit on TexasFootball.com, there are only a couple of reasons to take what happens in a scrimmage very seriously.
Right.
One, if you see a younger player,
Right.
I'm talking a junior, a sophomore, even a freshman, who really stands out and is really clear that he can hang on the varsity team.
In his one-on-one battles, it's clear he's prepared.
Then that's a big deal. Because then you're not afraid of the spotlight. Even though the lights are going to be brighter on Friday nights, you're not worried about that. The other part, I would say you want to make sure that everybody comes out healthy. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. That's the most important thing.
I think I always go into this knowing we're going to lose someone, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to somewhere in these scrimmages, we're going to lose a player we thought would star this season for their team. It almost always happens, and you just hope it's not your team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just gotta get out of there healthy.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing to do. You want to do that. The other thing about it, and he gets through it, and he talks about how everything's kind of planned, everything's pretty scripted.
Yeah.
Coaches, I think most coaches will go into a scrimmage, and we'll talk to some coaches this week and ask them what their scrimmage philosophy is. Yeah. But I think at the very least, they're scripting their first 10 plays. 10. They may even, honestly, there are some coaches that I know that script the whole dang
They do.
scrimmage.
They script the whole thing. And the other thing, and having been to 8 million scrimmages now, you're not seeing much.
No.
You really aren't. You'll see, especially in this era with much more dynamic offenses, you're going to see some of the most boring, basic, just assignment football. It's just
be
really
real
not
milk toast.
interesting.
It's going to be real milk toast, and you're not going to see. I don't think you're going to see anything resembling what the offense should look like.
No.
Now, on the defensive side, I think you can learn a lot by watching the front seven.
For sure.
I think that you
how
want
are
to
they working
see
as a
how
unit?
Exactly, because I think that's something that goes a little undernoticed is when you talk about teams that operate in that front seven as a unit and they hit their assignments and stuff. You'd like to see crisp tackling, but that can also come with time.
Sure.
You never really know. And then how does the secondary look? How does the secondary look from a general sense? Look, if a guy gets beat on a one-on-one, then he gets beat on a one-on-one. It's better to be happening now than it is to be happening in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But there are some things you can draw from it, but as long as you come out healthy, I think that's the number one thing. It doesn't matter if you looked good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
I think that everyone, you just want to get something on the film that then you can take back to your players and say, all right, let's go and focus on this.
I thought my favorite part from the piece, and it's something that comes up way too much and is so absurd, people walking away thinking someone won the scrimmage.
Nobody wins scrimmages.
There's no score.
Yeah.
If your team goes for 3 scores, God bless them.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is rigged up to be a play at a time, basically. But people who walk away from that going, oh, my team killed that team, we're going to be great, or they killed us, we're going to be terrible. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, I
nobody
think
wins these things. It's 15, 20 scripted plays. The yardage arbitrarily changes here and there throughout it. None of it, it's completely dumb.
I think you're right. So, but they're fun. It's football, and we're not going to apologize about being excited about football.
Right. As Matt closed it out by saying, and you should read it, he basically said the best part about it means we're a little bit closer.
It is. We have one of our big tenets of our existence is that football is better than not football.
Yeah.
There you go.